Question 5, Part A. Claire is learning to drive. Her first lesson is 30 minutes long. Her second lesson is 35 minutes long. Each subsequent lesson is 5 minutes longer than the lesson before. Part 1. How long will Claire's 21st lesson be? The first lesson is 30 minutes and every subsequent lesson increases by 5 minutes. So we can model this as an arithmetic series with the first term 30 and common difference 5. In other words, 30 plus 35 plus 40 plus 45 and so on. So using Tn equals a plus n minus 1 in brackets times d to find the 21st term, T21. So if you recall, this is the formula to find the general term of an arithmetic series, where n is equal to 21, a is equal to the first term 30, and d is equal to the common difference 5. We get T21 equals 30 plus 21 minus 1 in brackets times 5, which equals 130. Therefore, Claire's 21st lesson will be 130 minutes long. Part 2. How many hours of lessons will Claire have completed after her 21st lesson? We want to find the sum of the first 21 terms of the arithmetic series 30 plus 35 plus 40 plus ... plus 130. Now 130 represents the 21st term. So since we have the first term a, which is 30, the 21st term, which is the last term of the particular sum that we're looking for, T21, which is 130, we know the value of n, which is 21, because we want the sum of the first 21 terms. We can use this formula here. Sn equals n over 2 times a plus Tn in brackets. So S21, which means the sum of the first 21 terms, is equal to 21 over 2 times 30 plus 130 in brackets, which evaluates to 1,680. Now this is a value in minutes, but we need to convert that into hours because that's what the question is asking for. So dividing that by 60, we get 28 hours. Therefore, Claire completed a total of 28 hours of lessons after her 21st lesson. Part 3. During which lesson will Claire have completed a total of 50 hours of driving lessons? The arithmetic series is defined in minutes. If you recall from part 1, it's 30 plus 35 plus 40 and so on. Now the question is asking, in which lesson will Claire complete 50 hours of driving? So we have to work in minutes. So we're going to convert 50 hours into minutes first by multiplying 50 by 60, and we get 3,000 minutes. Now using this sum formula, which is different to the one that we used in part 2, this one's Sn equals n over 2, open bracket, 2a plus n minus 1 in brackets times d, close bracket, where Sn is equal to 3,000 minutes, a is equal to 30 minutes, which is our first term, and d is equal to 5 minutes, which is our common difference. So we want to solve for n the equation 3,000 equals n over 2, open bracket, 2 times 30 plus n minus 1 in brackets times 5, close brackets. Now we can move this denominator 2, which is a division by 2, over to the left-hand side by multiplying 3,000 by 2. We can also multiply the 2 and the 30 together, and we can expand the brackets here. We can do that all in one step. So we get 6,000 equals n, open bracket, 60 plus 5n minus 5, close brackets. Now we can combine the like terms here and here. So 60 minus 5 is 55. So the equation becomes 6,000 equals n times 5n plus 55 in brackets. Expanding the brackets on the right hand side, we get 6,000 equals 5n squared plus 55n. Now moving the 6,000 on the left-hand side over to the right-hand side, we can form a non-monic quadratic equation. 0 equals 5n squared plus 55n minus 6,000. Dividing all terms by 5 to turn it into a monic quadratic equation. And then switching both sides around, we get n squared plus 11n minus 1,200 is equal to 0. Now using the quadratic formula to solve for n, we get n is equal to open bracket, negative 11 plus or minus the square root of 11 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 1,200, close bracket, divided by 2 times 1. So n is equal to negative 40.57 or n equals 29.57. But n has to be a positive integer, so n's got to be greater than 0. Therefore, Claire will complete 50 hours of lessons during her 30th lesson.